Okay, welcome back folks to the Carver's Wood Shop. I just got cut off there. What we were working on was the center here. So we're going to just try. I'm really showing you a lot of detail with how to fix this, and I think it's important to show you that things can be repaired. So that's why I'm going to continue on with this piece. I was debating whether to switch it, but I'm not going to at this point. What you want to do is you want to dig it out. Well, let's go a little further. We're going to try to scoop that out a little further here. You know, you need a little bit of a sweep. This is a real little handy tool. It's not real big, and you can see the curvature on it. It's not real, it's just a slight little sweep on that. And give you an idea how, if I can get a piece of something dark up here, you can see how small it is of a sweep. And it's just enough to gouge out. If you use a regular straight little chisel like that, you won't be able to scoop it out as well. So you can do it with a knife. I'm just doing this to save time. And I know a lot of you do have the gouges and things that you can do this, and it makes it just a tad easier. So what we're going to really do here, I'm going to have this leaf be before this one, but we need to go down a little deeper to give it some depth that you can tell there's another leaf there. Okay, so that's the only reason I'm going in as deep as I am. Okay, so let's go back, get the knife, and we're going to just cut this all out a little bit. And maybe I'll have that up a little bit too, just like so. And this is where you need to go back and dig things in a little deeper. Don't forget, folks, that put your glove on. I don't wear one, but I recommend other people to. Just simply because it can be so nasty. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to undercut this like so. Alright, and we're going to go back over here. We're going to undercut this portion here to give that other leaf. So we have another leaf in there. Alright, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to have this leaf go underneath this big one here. Just like so. Alright. This one's got to come around a little further. We're going to just, like, there's a little point there. You know, this is a lot like chip carving in a sense, because you're putting a lot of stop cuts to get in there. Okay. Alright, see that extra leaf that I've gotten created there? I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just going to put a line down. I'm just going to undercut that. And over here too, you know. And we're going to trim this off. It's kind of big, so just like that. See how we got that all undercut now? Now it's beginning to look more like what it should. Let me cut this out here, just so it has a little bit of clarity here. There we go. We're going to just trim this down a little bit so it's not so obvious that it's huge. And we'll come back to this in a minute here. What I want you to do offline, see, I'm going to try to distinguish that a little further. That's not quite what I want. Let me go down a little further here. Have it like this. This leaf is under this one and this one. Okay, this is the outside leaves on the outside. So we're just going to keep messing with it here until I get it where I want it to be. And then we're going to have it a little bit more pointed. We're going to trim it upward. Okay, just like so, and then we're going to trim that out. See what my time looks like. It's an interesting thing. If you're going to do flowers or anything, it's the same idea. You've got to figure out which petal is above or underneath another petal, and you know, that can make a world of difference in a carving. You know, it's understanding what's before something else you know, it's part of the 3D effect. Alright, I think we've got, I don't need to redo it because I think I kind of explained how to do these feathering. This should not have been cut out, folks. This should have been a bit longer, but that's going to be fine. It will be absolutely fine. It's not going to make that much of a difference, because there are leaves inside this thing a lot of times, and we're just going to trim this down. I'll show you this later on. What we're going to do now, and we'll do more finalizing, I'm going to make these a little thinner offline and shape it up a little bit better where I can see it. The other thing we're going to do now is we're just going to round the pineapple off. So what you're going to do is, see, you have your reference points now. You have this one and this one on the halfway of each side of each block. All you're going to do is trim off first this portion before you do the top. Kind of get that where you want it rounded, and you want to do each corner that way. I'll show you here real quick. Alright, that's one corner. And you can kind of feel how that wood goes, you know, chop it from one side to the other. I'm not going to try to make this lesson real long, this project, with a lot of clips. I'll try not to. Another hard part other than the top, would be to put these lines in that we have. Okay, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for you to put in. So you know, we can try to do that offline as well. Once I get you started here, folks, then you can go ahead and redo it and you know, define it a little bit more. We'll be right back.